Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Kind of a chilly Monday morning here. It's Monday, October the 8th, and the year is 2012. It's funny how life sometimes just presents things at certain times. I got my mail the other day and got some free advice. Here we got from MetLife thing. Life advice here. And first they talk about protecting your account from these escheatment laws, where if you have a bank account and you don't access it for a while, the government just takes it. Imagine that. So that just kind of makes sense though. But funny thing is I got a whole bunch of accounts left over from years, decades. And they might have $5 or $10, and I don't. Sometimes I think maybe I should just close them all, but for some strange reason, I just like keeping them open. But I have to keep them active, otherwise they could just take that money from me. And then here on page 2, this is a really good one here. Dealing with difficult personalities. They have some wise words here from a spiritual leader, the 14th Dalai Lama. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. But they do have some, they call thoughts to consider to help you through this difficult time. They do have some things there that highlighted that are probably some good advice. Take a deep breath. When someone says or does something that frustrates or angers you, decide whether to speak or wait until feeling calmer. Well, number one, you know how I am about choices. And see, nobody can say or do anything to frustrate me or anger me. I have to decide to be frustrated or angered about it. It says use I statements. When confronting someone about his or her behavior, focus on a specific issue without mounting a personal attack. Yeah, so in other words, use the word I, not the word you. That's good advice. Don't blame, accuse, or make sweeping generalizations. Rather than saying you are always late or you never do what you say you'll do, refer to a specific incident and focus on how that incident made you feel. But once again, you're choosing to feel a certain way. Listening without interrupting or reacting. Now, that's a biggie. Let the other person just talk. Doesn't matter how angry you decide to be or how frustrated. Just let them get it all out. And then just look at them. Just sit there. Just look at them. And eventually, they'll run out of steam, they'll run out of gas, and then maybe they'll apologize. In fact, I think I did a video, one of my first videos, a long time ago on something on this similar topic. Just let them rant. And then at some other point in time, you can address the issue. But don't engage. I think that's something that Bruce Lee would have said. He says, do not use sarcasm. They say, while sarcastic comments can be amusing on film and TV, in real life they are a form of subtle emotional violence. Emotional violence. That's a good one. Don't criticize. Choose your battles. Well, of course. Ask for what you need. Well, that makes sense. Don't push your loved one's buttons. Well, once again, it says avoid saying or doing other things you know will provoke the other person. Yeah, you really don't want to be putting a stick in the cage. But then again, some people are so dang sensitive these days that just about anything you say or do seems to provoke somebody. Avoid passive-aggressive behavior. Yeah, you should definitely do that. It says practice the Buddha litmus test before speaking to a loved one, asking yourself, is what I'm about to say true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? I would say whenever you speak, put that test. You might not say too much, that's for sure. I think I told you about the one time I read the book by Alan Watts. I didn't speak for about 3 days after that. Tap into the power of apology. If you know you have been hurtful or wrong, be adult enough to admit it. Yeah, if you're wrong, admit it. There's no shame in that. Practice goodwill. Thoughts are powerful. Change your thoughts and you can change your feelings and your life. Yeah, I have to agree with that one. Then they talk about whole foods for a whole life. Our food should be our medicine, and our medicine should be our food. Hippocrates, back in 460 BC, father of Western medicine. Now here's one. Take care of your money. Keep your checkbook and bank book balanced. Does anybody actually do that anymore with online banking? Do you really check those statements, or you just assume they're right? I mean, I have to admit, I can't remember the last time I balanced my checkbook since I switched over to online banking. I used to do it the old way up until about a year or so ago, when I realized when you travel, you just don't know. There's a bill that's going to be due, and you don't want to pay a $25 service fee or late fee on a $15 credit card bill. So that's why I finally switched over. It says apply the Lottie effect to expenses beyond coffee. If you drink bottled water, buy a water filter and portable water bottle. You'll not only save money, you'll help avoid sending plastic to landfill. Bring your lunch to work, eat breakfast at home. Yeah, well, let's see, the nearest McDonald's is about 40 miles away, so I don't have to worry about it. Starbucks, I think there might be one up there too, but I don't have to worry about that stuff here. Cut up credit cards. Gasp. You guys know I love free money to get from credit cards. I can't do that one. Spend your bills, save your coins. That's kind of funny. I used to do that, but that's when I needed the quarters for laundry machine. Ditch cable TV and join Netflix internet streaming instead. Let's see. Understand loan interest rates, fees, and fines for all your bills, of course. Pare down your cell phone plan. I just upped mine, that's funny. Rent books, CDs, and DVDs from the library. Yes, I do. Sell your old clutter on eBay or host a yard sale. Well, eBay, I don't know about that. I think Craigslist is cheaper. I wonder why they didn't say Craigslist. Host a yard sale. Well, considering I'm at the end of the road, almost 5 miles off the highway, I gotta haul my stuff into town to a friend's garage sale or to a flea market. Create spending and savings plans and stick to them. Yeah. Track all of your expenses at the end of every month. Analyze your spending and determine where you can cut back. At the end of every month? Well, maybe if you're in business, but just living life, I mean, unless you're going crazy, you probably don't have to worry about that. Avoid impulse buys. Yes. Don't buy on impulse. Employ the 24-hour rule. Give yourself a day to decide if you really want or need the item before spending. Well, that may be true, except where I shop. Garage sales might not be there tomorrow. Might not be there an hour later. So you have to know when to act. Same thing for thrift stores. It's there today, could be gone tomorrow. So I think they're talking about things when you go to the shopping mall. So once again, you have to make these ideas fit you. And let's see, here we go. Last thing's called time out. Everything old is new again. Hula hoops. They're doing those. They're also talking about food preserving. A renewed interest in home food preservation. Well, that's good, because I think I was just reading on the, what was it, the Daily Ticker. They said that food is the new oil because there's so many people, there's not going to be enough food. I think that's part of that Agenda 21 thing they're talking about, getting rid of a bunch of the world's population. I don't know. Anyway, that's one thing I got in the mail. This other thing, maybe I better do a separate video on this one, because this one's probably long, so I'll stop this one and continue on the next one. But fellow preppers, remember, if you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail.